Why we should accept failure. What if I told you that failure isn't the end, but the beginning of something greater? Have you ever felt defeated by a setback, wondering if you should just give up? Did you know that over 90% of successful people have faced significant failures before reaching their goals? Welcome. Today, we're diving deep into why embracing failure is not just important, but essential for personal growth and ultimate success. Stay with me as we explore the transformative power of accepting failure and how it can become your greatest ally on the road to achievement. We'll uncover how failure teaches valuable lessons, builds resilience, sparks innovation, and much more. So let's embark on this journey to redefine failure, not as a dead end, but as a stepping stone to your success story. 1. Redefining failure. Let's begin by redefining what failure truly means. For many of us, failure is seen as the end of final verdict on our abilities and potential. We've been taught to avoid it at all costs, fearing the embarrassment, disappointment, or judgment that might come with it. But what if we looked at failure differently? Imagine viewing failure not as a dead end, but as a stepping stone, a necessary part of the journey toward growth and success. Failure isn't a reflection of your worth or capabilities. It's simply feedback. It's life's way of showing us what doesn't work so we can discover what does. Think about when you first learned to ride a bicycle. You probably fell multiple times before finding your balance. Those falls weren't failures. They were essential steps in learning. Yet, as we grow older, we often forget this simple truth. We start to associate failure with negativity and develop a stigma around it. Why do we fear failure so much? Often, it's because we're afraid of what others might think. We're worried about being judged, about not meeting expectations, or about the potential loss that might come with not succeeding on the first try. But here's the reality: everyone fails. Every successful person you admire has faced setbacks and obstacles. What sets them apart is not an absence of failure, but their response to it. By embracing failure, we open ourselves up to learning and growth. We shift our mindset from one of limitation to one of possibility. So let's challenge ourselves to redefine failure not as a defeat, but as an integral part of the journey toward success. 2. The benefits of accepting failure. Now that we've redefined failure, let's delve into the powerful benefits of embracing it. Failure teaches valuable lessons. Every setback is an opportunity to learn. When we fail, we're given the chance to analyze what went wrong and why. This self-reflection is invaluable. Take Thomas Edison, for example. He famously said, "I have not failed. I've just found 10,000 ways that won't work." Each unsuccessful attempt brought him closer to inventing the light bulb. Failure provided him with the information he needed to eventually succeed. By viewing failure as a teacher, we transform each stumble into a stepping stone toward our goals. Builds resilience. Facing failure head-on strengthens our resilience, the ability to bounce back from adversity. It's like building a muscle. The more we work it, the stronger it becomes. Consider athletes who train rigorously, often experiencing losses or injuries. It's their resilience that keeps them pushing forward, ultimately leading them to victory. When we embrace failure, we develop the grit needed to navigate future challenges with confidence and determination. Sparks innovation. Failure often forces us to think outside the box. When our initial plans don't work out, we're encouraged to explore new ideas and creative solutions. Many groundbreaking innovations have arisen from failures. For instance, the invention of penicillin by Alexander Fleming happened when an experiment didn't go as planned. By accepting failure, we open ourselves up to possibilities we might never have considered. fostering innovation and progress. Enhances personal growth. Failure is a catalyst for personal development. It prompts us to reflect on our actions, beliefs, and approaches. When we fail, we gain insights into our strengths and weaknesses. This self-awareness is crucial for growth. We might discover new passions or recognize areas where we need improvement. Embracing failure helps us evolve into better versions of ourselves. It's a stepping stone to success. Most success stories are built on a foundation of failures. Think about J.K. Rowling, who faced numerous rejections from publishers before Harry Potter became a global phenomenon. If she had given up after her initial failures, we might never have experienced her magical world. Each failure brings us one step closer to our goals. They are not dead ends, but detours guiding us toward the right path. By accepting and learning from failure, we keep moving forward, turning obstacles into opportunities. By understanding these benefits, we start to see failure not as something to fear, but as a valuable part of our journey. Embracing failure empowers us to take risks, learn continuously, and ultimately achieve our dreams. Remember, every great success is not in spite of failure, but because of it. 3. Changing our mindset towards failure. Now that we've explored the benefits of accepting failure, the next step is transforming how we perceive it. Adopting a growth mindset. Our mindset shapes our reality. By adopting a growth mindset, a term coined by psychologist Carol Dweck, we embrace the belief that our abilities and intelligence can be developed with effort and learning. Instead of thinking, I'm just not good at this, we shift to, I can improve with practice. This perspective turns failures into opportunities. Each mistake becomes a chance to grow rather than a reason to give up. Viewing failure as feedback. Let's start seeing failure for what it truly is, constructive feedback. When something doesn't work out, it's not a permanent mark against us. It's information data we can use to adjust our approach. Imagine an inventor testing prototypes. Each failed attempt provides clues on how to refine the design. Similarly, in our lives, failures guide us toward better strategies and solutions. Overcoming fear of failure. Fear often holds us back from taking risks or trying new things. But what if we reframe that fear? Acknowledge it, but don't let it paralyze you. Understand that fear of failure is natural, but it doesn't have to control your actions. One way to combat this is by visualizing the worst-case scenario and realizing that even if it happens, you have the resilience to handle it. Embracing failure as part of the journey. Accept that failure isn't a detour from the path, it's a part of the path. Great achievements rarely happen without setbacks. By embracing this truth, we reduce the pressure to be perfect and allow ourselves the freedom to explore, create, and grow. Cultivating self-compassion. Be kind to yourself when things don't go as planned. Instead of harsh self-criticism, practice self-compassion. Treat yourself with the same understanding and support you would offer a friend facing a setback. This approach not only improves your well-being, but also builds the confidence to keep moving forward. By changing our mindset toward failure, we empower ourselves to take on challenges without the crippling fear of making mistakes. We begin to see failures not as reflections of our worth, but as valuable experiences that contribute to our growth. Remember, embracing failure is a courageous act that leads us closer to our goals. Together, let's adopt this mindset and unlock our full potential. 4. Practical steps to embrace failure. Now that we've explored the importance of accepting failure, let's delve into practical steps you can take to embrace failure in your own life. Firstly, it's essential to reframe how you perceive failure. Instead of viewing it as a negative endpoint, consider it a valuable learning opportunity. When something doesn't go as planned, ask yourself, what can I learn from this experience? This shift in perspective transforms setbacks into stepping stones toward growth and success. Next, setting realistic and incremental goals can make a significant difference. Breaking down your larger objectives into smaller, manageable tasks reduces the feeling of being overwhelmed. Each small achievement boosts your confidence and propels you forward. Celebrating these small wins reinforces a positive mindset and keeps you motivated on your journey. Taking action despite fear is another crucial step. Fear of failure often holds us back from pursuing our dreams. By acknowledging this fear and choosing to act anyway, you build resilience and courage. Remember, every attempt, whether successful or not, provides valuable experience and brings you one step closer to your goals. Creating a supportive environment is also vital. Surround yourself with people who encourage and uplift you. Sharing your aspirations and challenges with trusted friends, family, or mentors can provide fresh perspectives and valuable feedback. A strong support system reminds you that you're not alone in your journey. Reflecting on your experiences allows for personal growth. After facing a setback, take time to analyze what happened and why. This reflection helps you identify patterns, understand your reactions, and develop strategies for future situations. Keeping a journal can be a helpful tool for this introspective process. Practicing self-compassion is equally important. Treat yourself with kindness and understanding, just as you would offer to a close friend. Recognize that everyone encounters failures, and it's a natural part of the human experience. By forgiving yourself and embracing your imperfections, you foster a healthier relationship with yourself. Embracing risk-taking can open new doors. Stepping out of your comfort zone, even in small ways, builds confidence and exposes you to new opportunities. Each risk you take, regardless of the outcome, expands your horizons and enhances your ability to handle uncertainty. Maintaining a long-term perspective helps you stay focused on your ultimate goals. Understand that failure today doesn't dictate your success tomorrow. Keeping sight of the bigger picture enables you to navigate temporary setbacks without losing motivation. Your journey is a marathon, not a sprint, and every experience contributes to your growth. By implementing these practical steps, you transform failure from a feared adversary into a powerful ally. Embracing failure empowers you to take risks, learn continuously, and ultimately achieve your aspirations. Remember, it's not about the number of times you fall, but the number of times you choose to rise. You have the strength and resilience to turn failures into triumphs. 5. Inspirational stories. Gain inspiration and insight from those who have walked a similar path. To truly grasp the transformative power of embracing failure, let's delve into the stories of individuals who turn their setbacks into monumental successes. Consider the journey of Steve Jobs. Early in his career, Jobs was ousted from Apple, the very company he co-founded. This could have been a crushing defeat, but instead, he viewed it as an opportunity for growth. He founded Next, a technology company that, while not a commercial success, pushed the boundaries of innovation. Simultaneously, he acquired Pixar Animation Studios, which revolutionized animated films. Eventually, Apple purchased Next, bringing Jobs back into the fold. With the lessons learned from his failures, he led Apple to unprecedented heights, introducing groundbreaking products like the iPod, iPhone, and iPad. Jobs once reflected, "I didn't see it then, but it turned out that getting fired from Apple was the best thing that could have ever happened to me." Another inspiring example is J.K. Rowling, the author of the beloved Harry Potter series. Before her success, Rowling faced a series of hardships. She was a single mother living on welfare, struggling with depression. Her manuscript was rejected by 12 major publishers. Yet, she didn't let these rejections define her. Instead, she persisted, believing in her story and her ability to tell it. Finally, a small publishing house took a chance on her work. Today, Rowling's books have sold over 500 million copies worldwide, and she has become a symbol of perseverance and resilience. She once said, "Failure meant a stripping away of the inessential. I stopped pretending to myself that I was anything other than what I was, and began to direct all my energy into finishing the only work that mattered to me." Then there's Michael Jordan, widely regarded as one of the greatest basketball players of all time. However, his path to greatness wasn't without obstacles. In high school, he was cut from the varsity basketball team. Instead of viewing this as a definitive failure, Jordan used it as motivation to improve. He trained relentlessly, honing his skills and determination. His perseverance paid off, leading him to a legendary career in the NBA. Jordan famously stated, "I have missed more than 9,000 shots in my career. I have lost almost 300 games. 26 times, I've been trusted to take the game-winning shot and missed. I've failed over and over again in my life, and that is why I succeed." Oprah Winfrey also faced significant adversity on her path to success. Born into poverty and experiencing a tumultuous childhood, she encountered numerous personal and professional setbacks. Early in her career, she was fired from her job as a television reporter because she was deemed unfit for TV. Rather than letting this setback halt her ambitions, Oprah embraced her unique style and empathetic approach. She went on to create one of the most successful talk shows in television history, building a media empire and becoming a billionaire philanthropist. Oprah reflects on her journey by saying, "Failure is another stepping stone to greatness." These stories share common threads. Each individual faced significant failures and chose to perceive them, not as insurmountable obstacles, but as opportunities for growth. They exemplify the power of resilience, determination, and a positive mindset. Their experiences teach us that failure is not a permanent condition, but a temporary challenge that can lead to greater insight and success. By embracing their failures, they unlocked their potential and achieved extraordinary accomplishments. Reflecting on these narratives, consider how you can apply their lessons to your own life. When faced with setbacks, remember that failure is not the end of your journey. It's a detour that can lead you to new paths and possibilities you might not have discovered otherwise. Embrace failure as a teacher. Let it guide you towards self-improvement and innovation. Believe in your abilities, stay persistent, and maintain a growth mindset. Like these inspirational figures, you have the capacity to turn failures into stepping stones toward your own success story. Remember, every successful person has a chapter of failure in their story. What defines them is how they turn the page. 6. Cultivating an environment that embraces failure. Now that we've explored how embracing failure can lead to personal growth and success, let's consider how we can cultivate environments, both personally and collectively, that not only accept failure but encourage it as a vital part of learning and innovation. In our personal lives, fostering a mindset that welcomes failure begins with self-compassion. Allow yourself the freedom to make mistakes without harsh judgment. Recognize that imperfection is a natural aspect of being human. By doing so, you create an internal environment where growth is possible. Open communication is also key. Share your experiences with trusted friends, family members, or mentors. Discussing failures openly reduces their stigma and helps you gain new perspectives. It fosters mutual support and understanding, reinforcing that you're not alone in your struggles. In professional settings, organizations can play a significant role. by creating cultures that view failure as a learning opportunity rather than a punishable offense. Encouraging experimentation and valuing the lessons learned from unsuccessful attempts can lead to greater innovation and progress. Consider companies like Google and Amazon, which have thrived by allowing employees to take calculated risks. They understand that not every project will succeed, but each provides valuable insights that drive future success. By adopting similar principles, workplaces can become environments where creativity flourishes. Educational institutions also have the power to reshape our relationship with failure. By emphasizing the learning process over grades alone, teachers can encourage students to take intellectual risks. This approach nurtures curiosity and resilience, preparing students to handle real-world challenges effectively. Communities and social networks can further support a failure-friendly environment. Engaging with groups that share similar goals or challenges provides a platform to exchange experiences and advice. These connections offer encouragement and can inspire you to persevere through setbacks. On a broader scale, society benefits when we collectively shift our perspective on failure. Celebrating stories of perseverance and resilience highlights the value of persistence. Media and storytelling play crucial roles in shaping these narratives, influencing how we perceive success and failure. To cultivate such environments, it's important to encourage open dialogue, foster conversations about challenges and setbacks without fear of ridicule or shame. This openness builds trust and collective strength. Model acceptance of failure. Leaders, parents, and educators can demonstrate acceptance of their own failures, setting an example for others to follow. Provide support and resources. Offer tools and guidance to help others navigate their failures constructively. This can include mentorship programs, workshops, or simply offering a listening ear. Celebrate effort and growth. Acknowledge not just the successes, but the effort and progress made along the way. This reinforces the idea that the journey is as important as the destination. By creating environments that embrace failure, we unlock the potential for greater innovation, creativity, and personal development. We empower ourselves and others to take risks, pursue passions, and push boundaries without the paralyzing fear of making mistakes. Remember, every great achievement often involves a series of failures that provided essential lessons. When we accept and encourage this reality, we pave the way for breakthroughs that might otherwise remain out of reach. As we conclude our discussion, reflect on how you can contribute to cultivating such environments in your own life and communities. Consider the impact you can have by embracing failure and encouraging others to do the same. Together, we can transform our perception of failure from a source of discouragement into a powerful catalyst for growth and success. Thank you for joining me on this journey to understand why we should accept failure. I hope this exploration has provided you with valuable insights and practical strategies to embrace setbacks as stepping stones toward your goals. Remember, failure is not the opposite of success, it's a part of it. By changing our mindset and fostering environments that support this perspective, we open ourselves up to endless possibilities. If you found this discussion helpful, please share, and subscribe for more content on personal growth and motivation. Feel free to share your thoughts or experiences with failure in the comments below. Let's continue the conversation and support each other on our paths to success. Until next time, keep moving forward, embrace every lesson, and remember, you have the power to turn failures into your greatest strengths. Thank you, and take care.